Well guys, Richie from DrifterManX here, and I've got Jason from JJ Customs, who has got some fairly exciting news with regards to the store.
Yes, very excited. Something we've been working for a long time, something we haven't been able to provide, and now we can. Traxxas Corporation.
And I can see that peeking out behind you.
There you go, there it is. So this is one of the first models we got in as a demo, so we'll have that on display, so you guys got to come check it out, but we'll go over that in a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, very excited Traxxas is here, and yeah, you guys want to go walk in?
Yeah, if you walk in and show us around any other new cars you've got besides the Traxxas, but we've got quite a few Traxxas ones, I think, for you to show us.
Sounds great, Richie.
Okay.
Let's go, guys. That's the door. I cannot deny the new notorious 10th anniversary. It's just the Outcast, the ARM Outcast is beautiful. I think my favorite feature is the chassis. By far, because it's actually like etched in. It's not a stick.
It's not a sticker.
It's not a sticker.
Because that wouldn't last 5 minutes if it was a sticker.
Yeah.
Not with my driving anyway. Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool. Oh, and just to touch down on it quickly, we're doing a raffle for these vehicles. So we have 2 of them. We were allotted 2. There's 500 that exist in the world. So what we did was this. We figured we wanted to give you a 1 in 12 chance to win this car or the other one for $50. So it's a $50 cost per entry, and you could do 1 entry per raffle. So the most you could do is, as one person, is 1 entry per raffle. So you have a 1 in 12 chance to win this car for $50.
Yep.
So not a bad deal.
Excellent.
Yeah, so
right. Somewhere I'll put a link through to Jason's. If that's on Instagram.
It's on Instagram and Facebook. It's on Facebook, I know, as an event. We have it under events.
Right. Okay. I'll put a link through to that, guys. So you want to get in for that, and that's been drawn. The raffle's been drawn.
Good. So good question. So it's going to be now until the day before Black Friday or before the tickets sell out. So we've already sold 10 of the total 12 times 2, so we got 24.
Yeah.
So we've sold almost half of them.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they won't last very much longer.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to get one, email me, DM me through YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, any of my social media platforms, and I'll make sure to get back to you.
Yeah, because I'm thinking it gets that busy in here at the weekend with the events and things that they could well be out there.
Right, yeah. You know, we're always trying to do events almost every weekend, and yeah, so it gets a little hectic.
Okay.
But let's touch down on the big guys.
Okay, what have we got then?
Okay, so first we got the demo model that we touched down on up front, the new Max 10 scale by Traxxas 4S. So it's not replacing the Stampede. It's going to be its own new model. It's basically a little brother to the big Xmax.
Yep. Okay.
And the build quality looks very similar, like even the shape, the way that everything has the hinging body, or not the hinging body, but what do they call this? Quick release?
Quick release.
Quick release. So we got to get that up, down. And there she is inside. I love the detail and how they did the orange shocks for the orange model and the red shocks for the red model. They changed them for every model, the anodizing.
Right. And the first edition models are coming out with light bars for the first few models, is that right?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah. That is correct, as this one came with it already installed.
Yeah.
Front and
rear.
I
see.
And they look like they're just insanely bright, the way the LEDs are. They're just a lot of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be covering this car in a lot more detail, certainly in the coming few days, I guess, guys. Interesting to see, because of course 4S Traxxas have had no...
I know.
Oh, mind you, like, what am I saying? They're thinking 8S Xmax, so the batteries from that will fit in.
Right.
But,
so they set it up for a single 4S battery.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could do a splitter and do 2 2s.
Yeah.
But we'd be happy to make that for you too, so you come see us for that also. But yeah, this is the new Max. It's pretty cool. I mean, very Xmax-ish. It's just a miniature version of it. The suspension is nice.
It's not bad way.
Right. And if you do a nice little drop from 4 feet, it does not bottom out. I mean, this thing's going to be a basher. I mean, I can just say big jumps.
I think that's going to sell really well.
I think so.
I know some people saying that maybe the price is a bit high, but I think that's going to sell well like hotcakes.
Right, I think so too. I mean, yeah, I mean, I thought the same thing initially, but when I actually saw it, I saw why it was what it was.
Yeah.
You know, you get what you pay for, and this is the situation here.
So we've got quite a few others laid out. So talk us through what we've got.
And also we'll mention what's coming too.
Yeah, that would be good. Yep.
Yeah. So we got, first off, the beautiful Mercedes, the G500, the G-Wagon on the TRX4 chassis. It's beautiful. It has all the locking differentials like the Defender and their other models, excluding the Sport. It has all the light pods ready to accept the lights, and Traxxas sells the kit. and we sell it too. We already have it in stock.
And you'll be getting the TRX 6 in?
6x6, yes. We're going to be getting the silver limited edition and the black one. I think we ordered 3 of each to get going, and those should be here as soon as they're available. They're on back order, so I'm guessing within a week or two.
Right.
So hopefully sooner than later. Yeah. So I'm very excited to get those in, and when they do, we'll have them out for you guys to check out, and we'll probably keep one eventually, not out of the first shipment, but we want to keep one for this track.
Yeah.
Probably when they kind of die down a little bit as all the hype and stuff, and
I'm itching to bring mine in and give this a try, which I shall do hopefully later on this week. Yeah.
Right. And then the Sport, you gotta love that. This is the one without the locking differentials and all the servos that other one has, the 3 miniature servos, but it's still beautiful. I mean, it's very clean, and for the price, you can't go wrong. It has the hitch area ready to accept a trailer or some kind of accessory, so that's kind of neat. So overall, can't beat it. Portal axles on it, so yeah, I see that as a win. And then you got the this one's cool too, the Chevy Blazer. The body is beautiful. This one runs for $489.95, and it's just a beautiful truck. The orange on it is just phenomenal. This is what reminds me when I was a kid growing up. I remember seeing this truck.
Yeah.
So that's why I
they're getting good at the super scale stuff. Well, that's one thing on the TRX 6 that people say when I've been out driving it. People say that it's very, very super scale.
And that's another thing. I was really in this last week. I had the chance to unbox a lot of Traxxas, and as far as the way the quality is, as far as how they package stuff down to the smaller stuff that people may overlook, it's really amazing. I mean, they wrap each bumper in cellophane, so it doesn't get scratched. They have like at least 3 or 4 panels covered with the cellophane wrap so it doesn't scratch, and then they bag the body too. So I mean, it really leaves a lot of room, no room really, for something to happen. So, and this kind of a body, that's one you want to be perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they take the time to do it. I just had to mention it. I just thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
This thing's crazy. The Trax edition.
Ideal for California winters.
Right. See this going on the freeway 101 cruising around.
In the snow,
yeah, exactly, right. But this is cool too because it doesn't have the locking differentials and the servos, but it has the full light kit already installed. It comes with the accessory kit for the scale accessories. It comes with it, normally an optional, and then it comes with the tracks. So this one goes for $549 because of that. It comes with all this stuff. But in my mind, you still get a lot of. For $550, I think it's beautiful. I didn't
realize. I just naturally assumed that I would have the diffs locked on it.
I thought so too, and I think they did that. In my opinion, is to keep the cost down because it's already $549.
I'm wondering as well to make it whether it turns on the turning middle as well.
Maybe that would cause issues with the tracks too. Who knows? Because actually, when I opened this up, there was a big disclaimer that talked about how you use this car. And it's talked about overheating and whatnot. So if you guys do get that, that is still in the package. We just unboxed it and put it out here. But I didn't read it in detail, but I saw that it was definitely something where the user should read before they run the vehicle. So that's that guy. We also got we got a couple more over here. And I'll touch down on what I already ordered, and that's coming in, that's on its way.
Okay.
So they came out with a new colored Xmax. It's this crazy lime green. It's almost like, it's not quite like that fifth scale lime green. But it's a very unique green, and the whole thing is anodized in that color, and so that's the one I ordered. It's my favorite color. And it just was stunning when I saw it. So I think that's going to be a big hit.
I've seen that online. It'd be interesting to see when that comes in, whether that pops, because they put the body on the Max, the orange on that. If it pops like that, it's going to look good.
Right, exactly. And those were the two I was going between, was the orange and the green. But I figured we had the orange one of this. It'd be neat to have the green. And I also ordered, what else did we get coming in? We have the Vortex, which is Drifter Maniacs is a fan of. He has a beast of a one. And we're going to have those coming in too. If I'm not mistaken, the Mustang GT and the Ford GT. And there was another model.
Chassis only, the VXL one.
Right, yes. So we're going to have that too. So. Yeah, we're going to bring them in fast, guys. We're going to bring them in as fast as we can.
And you'll be carrying full range of spares as well?
Yes, we will. Yes, we're going to be carrying accessories, spares, and we're also going to have all the upgrades, which we already kind of had going for us with RPM and hot racing.
Yeah, because I bought some of my Vortex VXL upgrades from you.
And since we got Traxxas, I did place another order with all those guys. So try to stock up on everything that you guys are going to need, and especially for the speed run stuff and the crawling stuff. You guys know that's really our specialty, and you know, we want to make sure you got all the upgrades you need to keep going. So, yeah. And then the last two, going back to this, is the Sport Unassembled Kit. I thought that was really cool. If I'm not mistaken, that's in the mid-2s, like around 264.
Yeah, and that's no electrics, but you can build whatever you want.
Correct, and it has the portal axles, and yeah, so it's pretty much neat for the guys who already have their electronics. Let's say you have a Mamba X and a slate motor, like a mid 2000 kV. Oh my God, censored, it would be a beast. And then you could put your own servo in it, maybe a Reefs, or maybe Three Brothers, something like that. So yeah, there's a lot of options when you start with a unassembled kit, you know. But I wouldn't suggest it for someone who's getting into it. If you're getting into it, try that Sport, something like that. Don't go with this Sport Unassembled. And the only reason I say that is because there's no reason to build a kit that you're going to buy all these parts for and spend $800-900 by the time you're done, when you could buy it for, you know.
Yeah, sometimes it's more expensive to buy it with it, to buy all the bits than it is to buy the thing for ready built. Yeah,
right. And that's what I mean. If it's like just someone getting into it, trying it. I mean, shoot, if you have that kind of expendable income, do it. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
But for just people trying to get into it, it's a reasonable way to see if you're going to like the hobby. And then from there, you know, as you upgrade, you may go that direction and do a kit. You know, so it's a lot of fun. But also the last one, the Ford Bronco. I wanted to get this one. I'm a big fan of Ford and Chevy. I know the Chevy was the newer release of the two, and this was one of the previous models. But I thought it still had a lot of flair. I thought it looked cool.
Yes, cool looking body for sure.
It really is. It has the locking differentials, so it has, you know, all the functioning stuff. The light kit is not installed, but we do have the light kit on sale. So we have pretty much all the cars here, all the light kits for every single car, and replaceable parts. Yeah. So yeah.
Are you going to be getting things like the Rustler, the Stampede?
Good question. So yeah, I was actually going to look at the Rustler 4x4 next.
Yeah.
And
E-Revo,
Stampede. I'm going to bring everything in. Yeah. I you know, it's kind of like what we did with all the other companies. You kind of have to, because it gives you guys options. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's hard to keep this many cars in here, but
it's up to 300 cars in here, guys, at any one time.
And that was before Traxxas. So now with all the models Traxxas offers, I mean, shoot, you know, we could be going, you know, 340-ish here soon.
Yeah.
So, but we're happy to do it because we enjoy it personally. I love it. And you guys know that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people watching this channel say this is like the only store that they've ever seen anywhere.
It's cool, man. You know what it was? It was a dream. It was something. I mean, all the shops here are doing well. They're doing good. We're just offering something a little bit different, and it seems like people have been very receptive to that, and we're very appreciative. And it was just kind of this open box, more of a like a showroom than an actual, like, you know, traditional hobby shop. So I consider this more of a showroom with a rock.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea, because you wouldn't go out and buy a normal auto without going and test driving it or looking at it, at least, would you? You wouldn't go out and just buy it from a catalog.
Sure, you're not going to go and buy a Mercedes, that's what I'm going to get. And that's the thing, too. That was my philosophy. I know that's on a smaller scale, but we still have the same thought process when we purchase. And something, it's tangible. You want to be able to touch it. You want to be able to see it. And that's something I touched down on before in a video with you, was the size and the quality. You just don't know until you see it.
Yeah, certainly some things I've reviewed, guys.
Yeah, it's so true.
I've been some things that have caught my eye, things that I've would have previously ignored or not. They've been better than expected. Other things I thought were going to be great, I've thought, well, okay, that's average.
Right.
You know,
true. Yeah, and that's one thing I love about it. Then just giving also you and both, just throwing out a shout out to Kevin. Not that he needs it, Kevin Talbot. That's one thing I really like about what he does too, is he buys these cars you've never heard of. Yeah. You know, stuff that you typically want to see, and they're actually really cool. Yeah. But it's cool because you get to see if it's any good or not, and he tells you straight up, and that's why.
And he punishes them as well.
Yeah. You gotta love it. But yeah. So just and same thing with you, Rich. You do the same thing. You get some stuff that's also like some Banggood stuff, and you test it, and you let your guys know if it's worth getting. And it's awesome because, you know, not everyone can spend $300 to get into the hobby.
Yeah, this is my philosophy on some. That's why I keep testing those sub-$100 cars, because not everybody's got even $200 to go out and buy some in.
And it's about the exposure to this. My whole thing is, if you can expose somebody to what this is and what it can do for you, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, this is something that's good for a lot of people. It's a lot
and
of fun.
what other new cars have you got in? Are you trying me out some more additions?
So let's talk about that. So we got, let's see what else we got in. Oh, we got some more RC four-wheel drive in. We got the Trail Finder 2, the single door and the two-door, the extended cab. So pretty cool. I mean, these things are sweet. They actually have leaf springs, which is pretty impressive. Not quite the articulation you get out of a Traxxas or an Axial, but nothing scale as this. I mean, it just is so real. The realism is just phenomenal. A lot of metal, front and rear. There's no plastic on this thing really at all, other than maybe a couple mounts, but it's pretty slick. So that's these bad boys here. Those are cool. And I don't think you saw this one yet.
Nope.
Very cool. So
very
I had
British.
Very British. But I really liked it because I always liked the Range Rover, and Charisma brought it out, and it's a cool looking truck. I mean, it's about the same price as it's $350, so it's the same price as like the SEX10s, but you get this cool body. It has the light pods already ready to put lights in, and we sell the lights, so it's pretty slick. So that one's pretty cool, and also Element, definitely got to just show that if we haven't already. This thing is just still doing
selling
really
well. Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Great car. A lot of fun. So, gotta love Element. Big shout out to them. And what else did we get in recently? Did we touch down the Cross RCs at all?
Nope.
We didn't, did we? So, Cross RC is known for their kits. So they really never made it ready to run. This is the first ready to run that they made. And they made it affordable, $350, where their kits are a little bit more on the spendy side because they're all custom metal like the RC four-wheel drive. But this one is really legitimate. I mean, they did a great job. They did the inverted shocks, which is kind of cool. That's something to consider. So, but the suspension is so soft. I mean, it's a good crawler. We've sold quite a few of them, and people came back with saying it was a beast in crawling. So definitely did a nice job with that. And they have been also the gray model. So that's the two colors they have, and we have them both. Yeah, pretty clean.
Nice. Yeah, the blue pops.
I thought so too. Yeah, me too. It's funny. I thought I liked the gray, and then when I got the blue in, I was like, I like the blue much better. We're always keeping these in stock. The Race 1.9s. Axial brought them out here about a few months ago. But, we're always keeping them in stock. So they cycle in and out, but we're always keeping them here. We did get another new brand in, DHK. We didn't touch down on that. So DHK Hobby. I get this through one of my dealers that we buy products from. And it's a really cost-effective car that you get a lot of car for. It's like I would compare it to a Red Cat Racing as far as the bang for the buck. And you get a lot of car for a reasonable price. For example, this one's under $300.
Yep.
And it's brushless, 3S,
okay,
four-wheel drive. Look at those axles. Look at those shocks.
Metal shock towers, always a good sign.
And it's threaded shocks, metal shock towers, metal brace in the center.
I'll come down and do that. I'll put that on my list to do a full review of that.
Center differential. Yeah. Right, and this is the other one that we brought in.
That looks like that.
For under
very
200.
Nice.
Yeah. Now this one is the brushed one, but still really cool. Under $200, so a great way to get into the hobby. This one's would be fun in the dirt, getting sideways. Two-wheel drives are fun for that. So that's another one we got in. Let's see here. Oh, did we touch on the Typhon Mega? I don't know if we did or not, but we do have that here.
Yeah.
And that one's reasonable, $219. A brushed version of the big brother, the 3S, and then the bigger brother, the 6S. So we got Arma here, always unstacked. So we always got that for you guys, and we brought these guys back. This one's leaving, I think, tomorrow. That's why it's tagged. But gotta love what Losi did with that. Beautiful bodies. Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the new stuff. But yeah, come back. We'll be definitely getting more new stuff in every week. Every week we're bringing something new.
And you got a full range of like smaller starter cars on here when we're talking about the
under $100
stuff. Yeah,
and that's the thing here. So like 80% of these are under $100. A few of them are over 100, but under 200.
Yeah.
So everything in this range is under $200. Great presence. great way to get your son or kid or whatever away from the computer. Get them outside, have some fun.
Only thing is now, where are all these Traxxas cars going to fit in?
I don't know, Richie. That's the next problem. So more shelves. I don't know. We're gonna have to start hanging them, I think, pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was talking to Marvin about that. We're considering doing a little bit of a restructure and possibly utilizing some of these other rooms as actually showrooms.
Yeah.
So we'll stay tuned for that. So.
Okay.
We'll do it sooner than later, I think.
Right. Well, thank you for showing us all the new Traxxas stuff and all the rest of the new cars that have come in.
My pleasure, Richie. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much. And if you like what you see, guys, you can come down here any day except Monday or Tuesday.
That's right.
And see all of these cars and take them down off the shelf and have a good look around them, just as we've been doing just now.
We encourage it. Please come by.
Thanks very much, Jason.
Thanks, Richie.
Well, if you like any of the cars featured in today's video, do contact JJ Customs, or ideally get yourselves down there to San Jose to see them in person. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video, and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.